Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today to make some embellishments using these gorgeous digitals from Antonio Makes. You can find these at antoniomakes.com. I know a lot of my subscribers watch Antonio as well. He's fabulous and he's got a new line of digitals. Yeah, there is a code in my description box that will give you 10% off any of these digitals. Right, what am I going to make? Well, I'm actually going to make something that I saw Antonio himself make. He did some journal cards where he did some heat embossing on heat resistant acetate. Here it is. Yeah, there you go. It looked like it were invisible down on the table. When I wobble it, you can see it. I did one little prototype. It's not my best work, but it's cute. And I just wanted to check that what I wanted to do would work. So what I've done is I've heat embossed a little butterfly on the acetate, cut it out, and I've fastened it on with a little brad, a little pearl-headed brad. Then I've just backed it onto some tea-dyed card. So let's crack on. I'll show you some of these digitals first, show you the ones I'm going to use. The ones Antonio did, he used like a plainer background, and then he heat embossed flowers. I just thought I need to do something with all these gorgeous butterfly digitals that he's brought out. So I'm thinking of cutting those up into either smaller journal cards or one big one. I don't know which yet. These are from various kits. I have had printer problems. It prints a couple of sheets and then it just prints rubbish and I have to clean the heads. So yeah, I've got one or two sheets from a lot of his kits. That's a journal page. I think one of these, he has done some. He did that one himself. You've got 4 postcards on a sheet. Then I think that one, yeah, these are actual journal pages, collage journal pages, and all I've done is print them 4 to a page, so it's shrunk them down to a journal card size. Yeah, they're gorgeous. I couldn't even possibly show you all the digitals he's got because there are too many. Now that one I absolutely love, and blue is not always my favourite colour, but I just love that. I want to cut that down, I think, into some tags. I have already heat embossed a few butterflies. We're going to do some together, but just so you see the effect, I just want to put a butterfly up there. I know they're birds, but there you go, butterflies. I've fussy cut some of his digital butterflies. That one, I don't like that. We're not even going to talk about that one. Top tip for heat embossing, turn your fan off if you've got it on, or it will blow your embossing powder and your glitter everywhere. I've done a yellow one. Don't think I like it on there. Definitely don't like it on there. But yeah, that's the gist of what we're going to be doing. So I've got glitter everywhere from me practicing. Now this was definitely, I'm saying definitely, that could have been one Antonio's done. He's done a lot 4 to a page, but then I love to shrink full-size journal pages down to make them into journal cards. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. This was actually an end piece of that. Love it. And then that's the full page. Again, I've shrunk it down 4 to a page. My printer's meant to print fine when I'm shrinking them 4 to a page. It's definitely not Antonio's digitals, it's my printer, because I've not used it for so long. I've got block nozzles and they seem to be blocking back up after a few prints. Oh, look at this. Lovely pastel butterflies. And we've also got some darker ones. Slightly bigger ones. Absolutely gorgeous. And he's also done some of these labels. Yeah, I love the shape of these. Lots of different sayings. Again, I've only printed a couple. There are quite a few in that kit. I like this one. These are all flower names and yeah, chives, chili pepper. What are they? Herbs and spices. Then there are some blank ones. I did print those a little bit smaller. Ooh, that, yeah, that is a journal page again. I've printed 4 to a page. I do love doing that, don't I? Yeah. Anyway, you got to see more when we haven't printed them 4 to a page. Now, I think I might do some of these plainer ones, actually. I know they're a bit similar to what Antonio did. But my acetate butterflies are going to show up much better. I'll do that one. And I'm going to get the birdies out. Yeah. Do some birdies. So pop those to one side. Right, heat resistant acetate. Make sure you use heat resistant. Don't set your house on fire, as Antonio said, because he tried it on regular acetate. It does actually work. It wobbles it a little bit. But if you heat it too much, it will catch fire. Yeah. Right, so I think I want to cover the whole thing in acetate like Antonio did his. And then just heat emboss a butterfly somewhere. So let's... My cat's running up downstairs like a mad thing. She's absolutely mad today. Yeah, she said hello there with her claws. Cheeky minx. Yeah. I keep forgetting, and I'm going to cut this in half and then half again. I'm putting my acetate on top of my paper. And I'm going to cut it together. I think I'm going to cut it there between the birdies. I'm not too bothered whether they're all the same width. Whee. So yes, I stroked the cat without asking permission, and she just, wow. Yeah, you can stroke her as long as you've got to get down on her level and wait for her to come up to you. Now what I did is, I forgot that part. I think I'm going to make a tall skinny one there. I want those two little birdies together. That's that. Oh, I could have all three. That one's jealous, isn't it? That's a jealous little bird. Yeah, I'm going to take some bottom off and some top. I'm not one of these people who likes to fussy cut all the shape tags. So I quite often just make my tags from the kit pages. Right, so that one, that's lovely. I love how that's framed now. And then these others I can use as little pockets and tucks or whatever. And I'm keeping them with their respective pieces of acetate because I may use them with their pieces of acetate. I don't know yet, I haven't decided. And that is going to be a nice tall skinny tag. I think I'm just going to take a smidgen more off the top. Or maybe the bottom. I'll take it off the bottom. We'll have the birdies at the bottom. Then that can also, I can make an altered paper clip if I want to. I am short on tall skinny tags. I noticed that when I was filling my last journal. Right. So we're going to do that one. And we're going to do that one. So I've already got my acetate cut to the correct size. That's so when I go stamping on this acetate now, I know where it's going to be on my finished journal card. And I could even use that as a greeting card with an acetate front. You never know. Right, I've got some yummy stamps. These were sent to me in Ephemera a while back. There's some of the ones that come free on magazines over in UK. So I've got lots of butterflies. I have already used a few, so I've got some out. So I'm just going to decide how big a butterfly. I think that one on there. Yeah. So let's do it. No time like the present. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this up with a sticky ink, as I call them. Versamark is a sticky ink. There's another one called Embossed. I think if you just use glycerine, it would work. Not Vaseline, glycerine. A bit of a greasy mess of yours, but I don't know. Someone's going to put in comments now that it works with Vaseline. Right. When you stamp, just be careful you don't move the stamp. Oh, before I stamp, I'm going to put some of this on. This is the heat embossing powder that stops things being static. Yeah, you'll see that it leaves a bit of white on this acetate, but that does wipe off afterwards with a bit of kitchen roll. And it just stops embossing powder sticking where you don't want it. Right, so I'm going to stamp just once. Don't press too hard either. You don't want your ink squidging out too much or you'll get big blurry lines. There we go. And what colour? I want to use that silver, but then again I want to use some pink. And I don't have any pink, only a really light pale pink, which I think that's too light for that. It really is. I've got a blue that I think... Do you know what? I think that blue's going to be lovely. Yeah, do that. Do the blue, woman. Do the blue. Where's the blue? Here it is. I've been messing as well, mixing different embossing powders with glitter. Right, so I'm going to put my embossing powder over. This is the Stupendous embossing powder that again I got in Happy Mail. Right, I've got a... yeah. Look, I'm using all the test pages I run off when I'm lining up my printheads. Now the excess embossing powder I'm going to tip onto there. You'll see a few little bits might have stuck, so I'm just going to turn it over. I'm just going to flick it a little bit, get a few extra bits off. And I'm not too worried about that white dust at the minute, because that is going to polish off after I've embossed my little butterfly. And I'm going to put this straight back in the tub because I can. And because if I don't, I'll probably knock it over. And I've got enough stray embossing powder as it is. I'm going to be glittery for the next 6 weeks, I think. Right, I've got my heat tool. I like to use this for embossing, because I just do. And it's quiet on camera. I'm going to heat it from underneath, so hopefully you can see it turn. There we go. You can heat it from underneath or above. It does go quite quick on acetate. I think the acetate warms up quicker than card does. There we go. It's changed colour slightly. So, that's fully embossed. I'm now just going to grab a ball of kitchen roll. And it seems to dry much quicker on acetate as well, the embossing powder. Put it on there. And I'm just going to buff up the rest. I got a few little bits where I didn't want them, but I'm not going to throw up baby out with bathwater and get upset about that. If there's anything that works better as an anti-static on acetate and you know of it, let me know. I've not come across anything, but that doesn't mean something doesn't exist just because I've not seen it. Right, so my acetate's back on now. I love it. Love it. Ooh, yeah. Right, I'm going to get a piece of card to back this on. I just want a very pale cream. I don't think I want the really grungy coffee dye. So let's see what we've got. Oh, here we go. I've got some here. Oh wow. I've got some blue card. Is that going to go? I think that we can do blue for a change. Oh, that looks so nice on there, doesn't it? Ooh, because this is only paper. I would, if my printer would behave, would have printed these out on cardstock. But, oh, I like that. I do. So first, I'm going to line those up. Lined up nicely. And I'm going to grab my hole punch tool. You use whatever you use for punching holes, and the first hole I'm going to punch is going to be there, straight through the middle of butterfly, so I can put a little brad on him. I'm just going to put a dot where I want it so I can see it when I put this over. I'm using the small end. Is it going to fit? Oh, it don't reach. Oh, you silly woman. It don't reach. I'm going to have to use my big crocodile. I didn't intend to have to use that. That's because I've decided to do the full thing, isn't it? Right, let's put this on small hole punch, which is 1/8 of an inch, that's it. There we go. And I shall punch it with this. If I were just cutting around the butterfly and just putting the butterfly on, that would not have been an issue. You know, like my prototype here. Yeah. Right, where's my little... I've got a little box of these pearl-headed brads. A little box, yeah, I've got quite a few of them. And I've collected them up over years. And then I got some more in some Happy Mail. It's one of them. I forgot I owned them until I got a few in some Happy Mail. And it's like, I've got some of those. Now I'm going to use a pop of a different colour. And I think we want pink. Oh, I like those. They're glittery. No, I don't think I've got one I like for this project. So I'm just going to pop this back through. And can you see? Turn it over. Don't rest it on your card, woman. And open the legs on the brad. They're pretty soft, these, so you can do them really without any sort of tool. And press it down so it's flat. There we go. Then I'm gonna, I think I will make the cards slightly bigger. Do you know now, I'm interested to know if acetate will work with my corner rounder, because I would like this rounded. And I'll try. I'll just try it, woman. It'll either work or it won't. You can always cut a bit off bottom if it don't work, can't you? If you don't know, don't try, you won't know. Oh, it worked perfectly. I'm so relieved. Because I would have mucked this up otherwise. That's looking a bit angry, that now. Cheeky cat. She thinks it's playtime. It's like she's never learned what is and isn't acceptable in play. Oh, I like that little pop of pink. So I'm just going to cut this slightly bigger. Could make it, actually I'm going to make it into a tag. That were a last minute decision, weren't it? There you go, it's going to be a tag. I think I'm going to like the colour poking out the top. And it's very unusual to see me use a coloured card. It just happened to be there. I'd been sorting out all my card. I've sorted a lot of it out to give away. The coloured card I used to use for mini albums. So I'm going to round these two bottom corners. You can do these with any papers. They don't have to be these, but these are gorgeous papers. As soon as I saw them, I thought they are right up my street. I do love a butterfly. So I don't think I've got that bottom corner perfect on that one. Just going to try it again. There we go. Well, not perfect, but I'd missed it somehow. Right, and I'm going to angle the tops of that one to make it into a tag shape. I'm going to use this card. This is just an old Boots Advantage card. When did Boots... Do they still do Advantage card? I think this is from before kids were born. Hey. Yeah, it's this Chemist in UK Boots for anyone not in the UK who's thinking, what on earth is Boots? Oh, that's lovely. Nice. Now, the way we're going to fix this onto the actual card, no glue involved, no glue whatsoever. That keeps wanting to hutch over. I'm saying no glue. Do you know what? Just to hold it where I want it, I'm going to put a little bit of dry adhesive in the middle. Or, if I don't use dry adhesive, we could have that as a pocket. Oh, if I just put dry adhesive along the bottom, that could be a pocket or a tuck from the side. Do it, woman, do it. If you have an idea, just run with it. So, I'm just going to put one line of that. You can use wet glue, whatever you want. I just want to make my life easy today. So, am I even on screen? Let's line that up. It's the bottom I'm wanting to line up more than anything, because it doesn't really matter how much room I leave at top. That looks about okay. About okay. Straightish. I like that. Then, I'm happy that's straight. This acetate's wanting to wiggle a bit. That's better. I'm going to punch holes in all four corners. But before I do that, I'm going to put dots where they need punching. There's absolutely no reason I'm using a pink pen. Just happens to be a pen I grabbed. Now this idea is just pinched straight from Antonio. Yeah, he made the journal cards just like this. And when he punched his holes, he put eyelets in, which I thought were fabulous. Right, hold it there, woman. I'm going to use the bigger hole, the 3/16, and I'm just gonna coming from side. I'm just setting my gauge so they're going to be the same distance from side to give an illusion of straightishness. Although I'm not looking for perfection. I'm over perfection. There we go. And there we go. I've got my package of eyelets. And I'm going to go for silver. I think silver will look good because that's a silver one. Yeah, let's get 4 silvers out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something fell on the floor, I haven't a clue what it were. Ooh, look at that, I like. Just had to pull that bit of acetate out. This is going to pop one in, pop one out. I just don't want to go tightening one up and then have it not line up for the others. There we go. Get that bit of acetate off. I did try die cutting, punching this acetate. Didn't want to punch with my paper punch. It might die cut. Something I've not tried in a long while. I can't remember if it works. So that's one. That's another. Turn it round under these 2. I mean, that didn't have to be a butterfly. It could have been a sentiment. You could do anything you want. Just all a different look, isn't it? And as soon as I saw Antonio messing with heat resistant acetate, I thought, need to do that. I've got a pack of that in cupboard. So I dug it out. Right, there we go. That's all straight now. Sorted. I like that. And if you want, you can tuck something in. You can't tuck that in, can you? Obviously, because it's got that on, you daft woman. I amaze myself sometimes, people. Oh, yeah, could tuck something down top. That'd be interesting. Right, for the top, I think I'm just going to die cut a little tab. I'm liking. Will that go? No, that won't go. I think it's going to have to be die cut out of a bit of the paper, isn't it? So let's grab some of those spare bits. Yeah, I'm going to make a little tab. Antonio does have some tabs in his kit. Yeah, that should work. Just going to grab my little Gemini because I have vowed to use my die cutting machine more often. Even I'm going to be using the bigger one. Right, so I've got a new plate. Spoiling myself. I will grab a tab die. Here they are. I just cut that bit out. Well, I spent 3 days looking for these and I thought people will have gone to sleep by the time I get back. So which one shall I use? I'm hoping that will fit on. Will that be big? I need a bigger one than that, don't I? That's a bit stingy, that woman. Using a tiny one. Use your medium one. Will it fit that one? No, it'll have to go that way. But it don't matter. We still like it. Reason 26 why I love my little mini one. If you just happen to want to do one thing, you can. Put you away, little Gemini mini. And we've got that. I notice I've not even used any ink on this project. That's weird for me, isn't it? And I'll pop that on there. So grab my glue. I've lost the earring back off my glue stopper. And I can't find my pack of earring backs, which I know I've got because I bought them to make a video. It's like, oh Lord, where have they gone, woman? So I had to order some more from Amazon and they will be arriving tomorrow. Right, that's that. I quite like that. So we're all blue with just that little pop of colour for that brad. That is pretty. Then on the back, you've got space to write, if With something like this, people who journal, I think, would have a white pen. If you're not sure, if it's for your own journal, you don't have a white pen, you can mat some paper on. I'm not going to do because I like that. And I just think, yeah, I would get a white pen to journal on something like that. Right, so that's that one. Now let's make one with the loose cut around butterfly. So I'm going to grab this one that I cut. That's a tall, thin one. I think that could even be a bookmark, couldn't it? But I'm still going to use that same blue card because I really like it. Is that going to be... No, it's not tall enough. Oh, lordy. Oh, I've got another piece. Phew. Could we make that into a... We could make that into a tall, skinny tag, couldn't we? Because I keep saying I'm short on tall, skinny tags, and tall, skinny tags can be. I'm not going to need acetate on that, am I? So just throw acetate to one side and pretend you didn't actually get the acetate out when you didn't need it. Acetate, what acetate? I can't see any acetate, which for me most of the time is quite true because it's see-through. I might not even be using acetate, I might be winding you up. There we go. So I've just cut that so it's a bit wider. Again, no measuring. I can't be doing my measuring much these days. The crafts are a lot freer. So, there. I still want to round corners, though. There's just something about them corners that I find offensive when they're all sharp. Also, they tend to get damaged easier. They make things look a bit more raggedy. If you're doing a raggedy style, not a problem. If you're not doing a raggedy style, not always a good look. I think I'm just going to round all of this as well this time. I might change it into a tag top. You never know. So let's get... I'll see what little butterflies I've got. But I think I'm going to heat emboss a new one. Ooh. Come out. Come out, come out. I just saw when I wanted and I lost it. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Is that one? Oh, that one's not glittery. That's the same as the one we used on the last one. I've got a flower. I did heat emboss a flower. Ooh, these would be ideal for Christmas projects. But if I put that flower on now, it's covering that poor little bird's face up into it. And I think that's a bit cruel. So I think we're going to do some sparkly blue butterflies on this one. Right, let's... I know I've got one, but I need to show you how to do it. You know, just in case you've no idea. But I assume you could do it. You've seen me do one. Do you know that piece of acetate I threw and I'm like, we don't need that acetate. What acetate? Now it literally is what acetate. Can't find it. There we go. Honestly, that's acetate. Woo. Right. So, I want little butterflies. I want that one. Do you know, I think I might want a couple of little butterflies going up this one. And fasten them all on separately. That would be so sweet. I've got a sideways butterfly that could be trying to land on that flower. Yeah, we could have a sideways one there. Could have that one going off up there. I think that is the smallest one I've got in this stamp set. And I don't want to go digging for more stamp sets. Tell you what, I will put one of Antonio's fussy cut butterflies on. We'll grab a blue one and cut one out. So, grab the digitals back. Yeah. Does it need to be blue? Does it? I think I like that one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because I want to put the middles of the butterflies in pink. And that's going to be the little pop of colour that we have. So I'm going to cut this one out. I can't see them long tails making it at final project. I really can't see me fussy cutting them. That's just too much, innit? Put them away. So you're going to get to see me do one fussy cut. I'll use my diddy scissors because it's a diddy butterfly. Sometimes I can take far too long fussy cutting. I'm not the quickest, and this is quicker than I normally go. Whee. Cat's gone quiet now. See, I'm just not cutting them tails off. They've gone. Sorry. They were pretty while they lasted, but now they've gone. I don't even know what they're called. Them long bits and butterflies. Oh, we've had loads of butterflies in our garden. It's because it's full of weeds, pretty weeds, flowering weeds. We've got some huge thistles at the minute. They're beautiful, actually. It's like, we've got more wildlife in our garden than everyone else, and we haven't lifted a finger. Oh, we've got lots of bees, lots of butterflies. You can hear the odd hedgehog rustling around on a night. The grass is too long to see them. Got little squiggles running along the fence. Cat's got her nose pressed up to the patio door, going mad trying to get out there. She's still not going out for another week. Right, so I've got that. So now I know these are the two ones I'm going to heat emboss. So I'll use this little stamp block. We'll do them one at a time. They might not be the same depth each stamp, especially from different stamp sets. I've tried stamping more than one at a time, and it usually goes belly up. Very polite saying belly up. So I can heat emboss them together. I've totally and utterly forgot to put the what's it on, but to be honest, I don't think I need it. I'm going to be cutting round. Get some Versamark on that. That one slid a bit. We'll see if it turns out okay. It looks okay. When you heat emboss, the line tends to be a little bit wider. It tends to travel more, your embossing powder and ink. Now that were clear. That were a bit of a... Yeah, I thought, what happens when you put clear embossing powder and acetate? Well, guess what? You can't see it. Who'd have thought that, eh? Clear embossing powder and clear acetate, you can't see it. Right, this is that's that one. Some chunky blue glitter I mixed with that same blue embossing powder, because I don't have any glittery blue, and I want a glittery blue. So, sprinkle it on. Whee. Do you think I could get that off acetate into there and miss out the middleman of a piece of paper? I don't really know. Use a bit of paper, woman, because you know it'll just go wrong. I don't know why you've grabbed that. It's not your clear piece that you were going to use. Right, that bottom one that I said slipped when I was stamping it has not gone very well at all. We will heat emboss it, see what occurs, but this is what happens when you don't stamp it proper. Can you see that? Yeah, if I turn it, you can see more. Because that's such a small piece of acetate, it's blowing away when I do it from underneath. Oh, it's not bad actually, that other one. I think we can save that. Whee! So, a little bit glittery, even though my embossing powder wasn't glittery. Right, let's put the remains back in. I forgot to do that first. I'm covered in glitter. It's on my face, and this is why I tip it back in, and then that last bit I just wipe it on my top. Oh wow, glitter. You probably just saw loads landing on the desk then. I'm a glitter baby. I didn't used to like glitter. It used to stress me having all these bits on the desk, but I can live with it a bit more now. Right, I'm just gonna trim that. Now, you don't need to be as perfect and exact when you're just cutting something out on this acetate, because you can't see it. I keep saying that, you can't see it. Why are we using it then? Because you do catch it. It catches light, doesn't it? It adds another dimension. Eee. And I already had it. Mine is from Crafter's Companion. I'll look at packet and tell you how thick it is. It's not a mega thick one. That butterfly hasn't come out as clear as that one, but I'm still going to go with him. I like him. Oh, he needs chopping round, doesn't he? Whee. and we're going to fasten these on. I think I might use the glittery brads because I've gone for glittery butterflies. If I can find a colour I like. You don't even have to stick these on with brads. I'm always wary about sticking anything acetate on with wet glue. And if I'd put dry glue down, I think I'd see it. So, oh, we've got those two and that one. I think I'm going to use those two rather than my sideways butterfly. Oh, I don't know if it's going to show up very well, because I didn't get much glitter on him and the bottom bit's missing. We'll save you for another project, mate, where you're going to show up a bit better. Yeah, don't worry. It'll be fine. Right, I'm going to fasten these to the paper before I stick the paper to the card, though, because I don't want the legs of the brad showing through the back of my tag. Right, you need something sparkly on you, don't you? We could have just put a bit of embossing powder in your middle. Yeah, let's do that. I've got an embossing pen somewhere. Here we go. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to get that same blue and glitter embossing powder. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. So I'll just have a bit of a sparkly middle. Middle. Let's get the... You may not even pick this up on camera. It's such a small amount. Oh, I just touched it to see whether there were any on, and there were. But guess what I did? I rubbed it off. You crazy woman. Use the other end of pen. I think it's got a bit more ink in. I was beginning to worry that there were no... Oh, that's better. Now let's heat that again. Do you know what? I'm going to hold this with my tweezers because that was getting a bit hot around my fingers. Do I have any tweezers? Yes, we do. Come here, tweezers. No, can't find tweezers. I've had them out already. They'll be on my desk. They'll be hiding. They could be anyway. Just carry on burning your fingers. At least it's not the house. In fact, put it down on your mat. You're not going to be eating it long. You're not going to melt your mat. Oh, it blew away. Oh, you mad woman. Just stay still. Please don't go. I could have just put some stickles on, really, couldn't I? There we go, it's turned. But I'd had to wait for stickles to dry. So look, we've just got a little bit of shine in the middle of his belly now. There's hardly any there, is there? I'm just going to tip that out floor. Can't even be bothered putting that back in pot. Oh dear, it's like Christmas now. I said I weren't doing Christmas in July, and then I've gone all glittery and sparkly. Ooh. So we just got to decide where these are going to go. So I want that there. I want that there. And that there, I think. Yeah, I like that. So I need to punch holes there and there. Glue you on, mate. Just use a teeny tiny bit of art glitter glue for you. Don't need loads. No one's going to pull you off. There you go, like you sat on a flower. And I'm going to take that away so that I remember not to punch a hole through it. These will fit. I don't need to get the big hole punch out. If that don't reach middle at butterfly, I'm moving butterfly. There we go. We'll make it work. Oh yeah, that's an okay place. I'll grab my little brads again. And I'm wondering about these. I wanted a pop of colour though. No, sorry. I'm going back to my pearly ones. I just like them better. That's a slightly different colour. Oh, I've got a purpley one. No, that didn't show up enough. Got a white one. No, I want pink. I knew I wanted pink, so I don't know why I even auditioned other colours. You know when you've got it in your head what you're going to use? And you think, well, I'll just try something different. No. Oh, so we've got a solid pink and a gemmy type pink. I don't like that dark pink. Put your lid on your pen. So, I'm going to put the lighter one there. So, go through the butterfly and through the hole. Yeah. Open those. Go on, you want to work. And I'll just press that down so that it's flat from front. And then we'll do the other butterfly. Where's the other butterfly gone? Oh, here we go. Phew, I thought he'd gone then. I thought we'd lost him. I thought he'd gone AWOL. I think I want him there now. Oh, there. Oh, there. The bird. No. Where was he going to go? I forgot. That'll do. Yeah. I want to be able to reach him from the side. I don't want to have to get that big chompy hole punch out. There we go. And that's you done, mate. Open the brad. There's a tool you can get to open these. I don't normally need it, but these, it's really hard to see. Oh, split pins. That's what we used to call them, not brads. I've only started calling them brads since I started doing crafting. When I've seen other people call them brads, I always called them split pins. There we go. That's still not sparkly enough for my liking. But I don't want to put another... No, I don't want to put another gem in. Right, bring my card back. And I'm just going to fix this on now with some... I don't want to make a tucky pocket for this. I think it's too thin and too skinny. So I'm going to put some dry adhesive on. Make sure I don't put it outside where that's going to fit. Oh. There we go. Then I'm going to go round edge up paper bit with my art glitter glue. Not loads of it, because I don't want my paper wrinkling. So art glitter will still wrinkle your paper if you go mad with it. This is why I had someone ask about this. What do I decant into this bottle? It is art glitter glue. I know the art glitter glue bottles have metal tips, but I'm a bit heavy-handed and I tend to squeeze them too hard and get far too much glue out. That one's clogging up. Let's just... Does it need no? It's got plenty in it. It's because I forget to put pin in. Why have a pin and use it? Now I've put a little bit too much in there even. Whee. And when he's not as heavy-handed with the glue, it lasts far longer. And like I always say, I like to save a bob or two. Right. Again, I want to position the bottom first. I'm not pressing down in the middle where that dry adhesive is until I'm happy. There we go, I'm happy with position. Oh, they spin a bit then. Pressing down a bit more. There we go. I think it's quite cute that they spin. And there we have our tag. I'm going to grab the MIDI to do a tab. Yeah, do you know, to be honest, I'd played around with these so much today. I really weren't even sure exactly what I was going to do until I started filming. And that's not a problem, is it? I can do what I want. So that's that. Will that fit? No, it won't fit that way. It'll fit that way. I'll cut that off. And we'll make a tab again. I know it's only paper, this tab, but it's 120 GSM paper I'm using, so when it's folded over, I find it's quite sturdy enough for a tab, or whatever. I do love using those. Fold you. It's very strange that I'm not inking into it. I'm putting plenty of glue on as well because it will glue the whole top of the tabs together and make it that bit sturdier. Oh, it's been right nice to do something with a bit of bling on for a change. And I do love a butterfly or 20. Right, so, oh, I quite like that. Pretty happy with that. So we got that one, and we got that one. Wow, oh, I like them. Pretty. Oh, so I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, bob over to Antonio's channel and yeah, check out his version, and also bob over to his website antoniomakes.com. He's got some truly gorgeous digitals. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.